Chapter 17. Mara. One night, while having dinner with the group, the discussion turned towards their college days. So, how do you like it at NYU? Amy asked Mara. Oh, I love it there. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself after I finish, Mara replied. When's that? Amy asked her. I will have completed my master's after this semester, Mara said proudly. What are you studying again? Amy asked. Environmental science, but my major is mostly in ecology. Really? Amy replied without thinking. You should come work for me. Really? Mara about spit her wine out of her nose. I wonder what my father would have to say about that, she replied, rolling her eyes. Oh, yeah, Amy replied with an eye roll. I forget sometimes the relationship. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine, Mara chuckled. But seriously, I haven't put a lot of thought into what I'm going to do when I'm done with school. I've always been a student. I guess I always figured I would do some work for a nonprofit or go to some third world country and find water, she joked. But you could tell that there was seriousness in her voice as well. Maybe it's not such a bad idea, Ben chimed in. Seriously? Mara replied, looking at him as if he was crazy. My father would disown me. Why did you pick environmental science? Bob asked her. I mean, I'm just curious. I guess, like Amy, I wanted to do something to help change the world. I mostly want to help maintain ecosystems and protect the wildlife. I know it's ironic, but that's exactly the job I need somebody for. To head off the natural areas surrounding the ponds and resources, I need someone who can understand the impact that it would make on the environment, both positive and negative. We are going to be working in different areas all across the country. This will impact a variety of different ecosystems. I hope to leave these areas better than they were better than before we arrived, and create safe and healthy natural areas for local flora and fauna, Amy explained. That's my dream job, Mara confessed. Why don't you run it past your father and see how he takes it? Ben suggested. Mara shrugged. What's the worst that could happen? That night, while lying in bed, she really began to think about it. All her life, all she really wanted to do was be a friend to the planet. Amy was a trendsetter, and Mara would love to, more than anything, to be a part of this ambitious project. She wanted to do it. She wanted to do it badly enough that she made her mind up to see her father the next day to discuss it with him. The following day, she made an appointment to see her father at his office. He's your father. Why are you nervous? She asked herself multiple times as she sat in the waiting room. She felt more like a stranger to him than family ever since he went to prison. It was as if the experience gave him credit in the business world, but he lost all credibility everywhere else, including with his family. The problem was, it didn't seem to bother him at all. She kept reminding herself that he was the same person as he was before, but she wasn't sure if she was being completely honest with herself. The door opened and a nervous and jittery man walked out. Mara wondered if her father was also using him to spy on her friends. She tried to shake off those thoughts. She wanted it to be pleasant when she told him the news. Hi, sweetie. Come on in, her father said cheerfully. She entered his office, bypassing the hugs and kisses. They hadn't been like that since before the incident. So what brings you by today? He asked her. Well, Daddy, I've been offered a job, she replied nervously. Oh, well, I guess I always assumed that you would come work for me after you finished school, he said, a bit put off. I know, Daddy, but this is an opportunity for me to help the environment. She stopped, hoping that her father wouldn't assume that meant that if she worked for him, she would be harming it. Come on, Princess, you don't buy into all that hype that global water is trying to harm the environment, do you? He asked condescendingly. Well, I mean, she began to stutter. This was a bad idea. She took a breath. This was def, This was a defining moment in her life. She could choose to let her father take care of her forever, and life would be so easy if she decides that. But if she decides that, she will go against everything she believes in. Could she live with herself? Or can she stand against him and do what she thinks is right? But she could hurt her father. She always cared for he's always cared for and supported her, and she had to choose, and now was the time. Amy Bryant offered me a job. She wants me to work for her on the pipeline project. He sat back in his chair and clasped his hands across his chest. There was a long pause. Mara felt as if she was trapped in a cage with a tiger. He rubbed his face and looked at her. You want to work for the pipeline? He asked in a very simplistic way. I do, Daddy. I really want to work for Amy, she said, still trying to be brave. Let me tell you something, he said, sounding very incensed. Mara wondered if this is how he is in his professional life, and that's why he's so successful and why he's so scary. He continued, Number one, he said, that pipeline project will fail, and it's going to fail miserably. Do you understand? Her heart was pounding. Number two, he growled, if you go off and work for that woman, never come crawling back to me. I don't want you. She's trying to destroy this company, and she's already cost us millions. That means you too, Princess. Every penny she costs me, she costs you too. This is really something. I pay for you to go to college so you can turn around and work for the very bitch that is bankrupting me? You ungrateful little girl. Daddy, please, she started to say. She could feel her face reddening, her eyes burning, and she knew she was on the verge of tears. You listen to me. If you take this job, you're on your own. You get nothing from me. Nothing. Not now, not ever. His face was red and his veins were sticking out of his forehead. So what's it going to be? He asked her demandingly. What are you going to do? And you better not tell me you're going to take that job. All she could see was the devil. She never saw it before when she looked at him, but a part of her knew it was there. It had to be. But now she saw it. Sign it over. Give your soul to the devil in exchange for a free ride. That's what he was saying, like father, like daughter, ruled by greed at any cost. Not today, she thought. I'm taking the job, she said, standing up from her chair. Daddy, I'm sorry. I love you. I hope you can forgive me. But this isn't about you. This is my life. And she turned towards the door. As she exited, she heard a crash as he threw something against the wall. Don't look back. Don't look back, she repeated to herself. She called Amy right away before she lost her nerve. She told Amy on the phone, I've decided to take you up on your job offer. That's great. Did you talk to your dad? How did he take it? Amy asked. Well, not good. I'll tell you about it later, Mara replied. Okay, so fax me your resume and your salary requirements. I have a resume. Salary requirements? She asked. Yeah, you know. How much do you want to get paid? Amy explained. Oh, right. Of course, Mara replied, acting like she knew that already. Mara, you know what the salary is for this type of position, don't you? Amy asked. I guess I really never thought about it, Mara said. I guess I should have found that out before I got cut off, before my father cut me off, she said, still trying to sound brave. Amy sighed deeply. You'll be all right. The job pays pretty well. You might have to learn to budget a little, but it's your money, not your father's, and it's going to be so great for you here, Amy said, trying to cheer her up. How about if you just write the salary in for me? Mara asked. Okay, Amy capitulated. This is going to be so great. You're going to love this job. She was right, too. 18. Okay, I'm going to put those two up now.